We're picking up where we got cut off last time on Magic Eyes Only. Okay, by Ryan S. Wood. Top Secret Ultra under the National Authority of Assistant Chief of Staff for Intelligence General Stephen J. Chamberlain. The report full document in the appendix is the title Interplanetary Phenomenon Unit Summary Intelligence Assessment. In 1960, according to markings on the report, it was reaffirmed as top secret by Lieutenant General John A. Stamford, Director of the National Security Agency, NSA, and Alan Dulles, Director of CIA, and was kept in the files of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Some of the security markings are blacked out, but on the cover in large letters stamped MAJIC, the report cites a stellar list of officials and scientists of the day, including Secretary of Defense James Forrestal, Army Air Force Lieutenant General Nathan Twining, Dr. J. Robert Oppenheimer, Dr. Detlev Bronk, as well as Werner von Braun, one of the German scientists smuggled by American intelligence into the United States after World War II under Project Paperclip to co-opt Nazi science and keep it from the Soviets. It is worth nothing here that in 1998, UFO researcher Tim Cooper received a reply to his FOIA request for paperclip information from the CIA. Included was a 12th of April 1949 paperclip-related document from Admiral Hillenkoetter, then Director of Central Intelligence, to the Director of the Joint Intelligence Objectives Agency. While distribution annotated in the lower corner, CIA Top Secret MJ-12, MJ-12 Magic, Majestic, references and markings in leaked UFO documents. What we do know is that the IPU existed. In turn, the leak IPU intelligence assessment, later stamped Majic, unveils startling contents. Near midnight on July 3, 1947, radar units in Texas and White Sands tracked two unidentified craft until they dropped off radar on July 4th. Radar officers from the Signal Corps Engineering Laboratories verified that Station A, which was preparing to track a V-2 rocket launch, had been tracking these objects on and off since June 29th, along with at least 6 other radars, including ones at Alamogordo, AAF, and Kirtland, AAF. Following radar tracks, the objects were found at 2 crash sites near White Sands Proving Grounds, landing zone LZ-1 on a ranch near the town of Corona, about 75 miles northwest of Roswell, and LZ-2 southeast of the town of Socorro, West Oscura Peak, and very near the Trinity test site from the first atomic bomb. While early reports speculated that debris came from the top-secret Mogul balloon project, the report states, when scientists from the Los Alamos Scientific Laboratory arrived to inspect LZ-2, it became apparent to all concerned that what had crashed in the desert was something out of this world. After a special radiobiological team and security detail from the nearby Armed Special Forces Weapon Project instituted stringent security measures, investigators recovered wreckage and, reportedly, 5 alien bodies. A few recovery personnel suffered nervous breakdowns, and ground personnel from Sandia experienced some form of contamination, resulting in the deaths of 3 technicians and another taken to the hospital. A later document, Annex A of the 1952 First Annual Report, classified Top Secret Majic, states that all 4 technicians died from seizures and profuse bleeding. Despite wearing protective suits after contacting the occupants' body fluids, tissue samples were later kept at Fort Detrick, Maryland. Also, the National Cancer Institute. That's none of my business. Unauthorized civilian witnesses were detained under the McNabb Law and warned of the consequences of talking to the press, the report concluded. Our assessment of this investigation rests on two assumptions. One, either this discovery was an elaborate and well-orchestrated hoax, maybe by the Russians, or two, our country has played host to beings from another planet. The risks and challenges of such a recovery would certainly call for dedicated staff and careful procedures. The risk of contamination alone, as cited above, is terrifying. Reason dictates that formal methods of such recoveries would be developed and documented. This is the backdrop of the roll of undeveloped Tri-X film that appeared in aviation writer and UFO researcher Don Berliner's mailbox on March 4th, 1994. Perhaps Berliner was selected to receive this film because the year before, at the 1993 Mutual UFO Network International Symposium in Richmond, Virginia, he spoke on a hypothetical plan for crash retrieval and invited feedback from anyone who might have direct knowledge. The film was mailed from a small grocery and pharmacy chain in La Crosse, Wisconsin, owned by the Quillen brothers. When the film was developed, it revealed a document of great relevance to UFO crashes and military retrievals. Majic 12 Group Special Operations Manual, extraterrestrial entities, and technology recovery and disposal. The manual cover shown on this page was a complete text of the appendix. Placing this manual in an historical context, creation of the Interplanetary Phenomenon Unit, IPU, by President Roosevelt and General Marshall was followed by further research interest at the end of World War II. This is indicated in a leaked memo from February 1944 marked Double Top Secret, a highly unusual but known usage for topics beyond normal security, by President Roosevelt to the Special Committee on Non-Terrestrial Science and Technology, addressing matters raised by Dr. Vannevar Bush, America's chief defense scientist, and Professor Albert Einstein. The President writes, "It is my personal judgment that when the war is won and peace is once again restored, there will come a time when surplus funds may be available to pursue a program devoted to understanding non-terrestrial science and its technology, which is still greatly undiscovered. I appreciate the effort and time spent in producing valuable insights into the proposal to find ways of advancing our technology and national progress, and in coming to grips with the reality that our planet is not the only one harboring intelligent life in the universe. That this came to fruition is consistent with a further leaked document titled Briefing Document, Operation Majic 12, prepared for President-elect Dwight D. Eisenhower. Eyes only. 18 November 1952, telling about President Truman's establishment of a top-secret research and intelligence operation prompted by the dramatic events of 1947. Subsequent Majic-related activities are described in the SOM-101 Majic 12 Group Special Operations Manual. SOM-101 Manual introduces personnel of Majic 12 units to the history and purpose of the operation, describes UFO-BS. UFO-BS equals UFO-B objects, unidentified flying objects. Okay. Procedures for recovered material, as well as living and non-living organisms from downed craft. The document emphasizes MJ-12 takes the subject of UFO-BS extraterrestrial technology and extraterrestrial biological entities very seriously and considers the entire subject to be a matter of the highest national security. It is restricted to persons cleared for top secrets slash magic eyes only, described in the manual as a security level 2 points above the top secret. Above that damn. Just not in the groove today for reading, my God. Described in the manual as a security level 2 points above that of top secret. The reason for this has to do with the consequences that may arise not only from the impact upon the public, should the existence of such matters become general knowledge, but also the danger of having such advanced technology as has been recovered by the Air Force fall into the hands of unfriendly foreign powers. Accordingly, the manual provides strict instructions concerning the need for absolute secrecy in all phases of operation, including a press blackout.